Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vice and today we are watching Spy Family Season 2 Episode 3. In the last episode, we got to see Lloyd and Bond become a duo and it was so cute. I really hope they work together on other cases. I really doubt they will, but I think he's a great addition to the team and I'd love to see him utilize his precognitions, is that what they called it? His future sight. I'd love to see that integrated more into the show and just to see him more because I love him. We also had about half the episode focused on Damien. That was really interesting because we didn't have any members of the Forger family. It was just focused on Damien and his friends and his determination to get those Stellas and be someone who can be praised by his father because that's all he wants. And it's really sad. I bet we're gonna get into something deep with him and his thoughts on his father, and I really hope we get that soon, but I have no clue what this next episode is going to be. But I'm really excited to find out, so without further ado, let's get into it.
ターゲットが部屋に入ってきたようです。3人、後ろの2人は多分おから。
You can tell?
窓やドアのそばを避けてた。足音からしてもプロです。
Wow.
コンラッドは壁側のソファに座りました。
Okay, how do you know?
さあ、ブツを渡してもらおう。報酬はそれからだ。
約束は守ってもらうからな。
Something's wrong here.
取引を確認。
よし、踏み込むぞ。ユーリ。
了解。
We're gonna see him in action. I'd love to.
国家保安局だ。
Oh, you're cornered. Wow. What do you do? Jump out a window. Okay. Yuri? Yeah.
こんばんは、ゴミクズさん。素敵な牢屋を予約してあるので。
Oh, he's so terrifying. Mission and family. What does that mean?
次はこいつを頼む。最近西でオスタニアを揶揄する本や記事が多数出回っているのを知っているが、
Oh.
捏造やら陰謀論やら
Take out the author?
低俗なものばかりなんだ。その多くがオスタニア内の地下出版経由で西に売られたものだ。前政権時に新聞記者だったが、反体制過激派を扇動した罪で逮捕。こいつに張り付いて証拠を抑え、記事を買ってるバイヤーも突き止めろ。こんなクソ記事でも信じちまうバカが西には大勢いるからね。世論に影響を与える前に排除しろ。
Yes, sir.
I think it kind of already has.
働かせすぎでは。
僕なら大丈夫です。
He loves to be worked.
こんな奴が姉さんと同じ空気を吸ってると思うだけで我慢なりませんから。
You're crazy.
監視対象 J095 フランクリン・パーキン。
Is someone else also going to be trailing after this guy? Lloyd or even Yor?
8時10分勤務先の郵便局へ出勤。
Where are you?
U8000 3両目使用。同車両の客の特徴は別
You
紙。
the guy in the hat?
12時6分同僚の M を伴い昼食へ。フィヨルドの A ランチを注文。
This is crazy.
18時33分帰宅。夕食後ニュース20バーリントラブ市長主演女優にご就寝。就寝まで目立った行動なし。
ずいぶんねちっこく調べたな。
Yeah.
任せてください。
He's so serious.
お前、もう2日も徹夜で続けてるだろ。交代してちゃんと休め。
何のこれくらい。これ次の日の分です。
What?
7日8時7分出勤。昼食フィヨルドの B ランチ。
How would you know?
フィヨル、ヨール。お前は疲れて休め。
いえ、いつも通りです。
Okay, so he's wiretapped into him. Into his house? Into his clothes?
いい加減、滞納分の家賃払っとくれよ。
もうちょいだ
In
け
the
待
light
って
switch?
くれないか。
こないだもそう言ってたろ。
あさって、あさってには必ず払う。
嘘だったら今度こそ追い出すからね。
父さん、ちょっと出かけてくる。ってあるから。
His dad lives with him?
尾行を警戒している。
あるいは記事にするネタを探しているか。
He's a journalist, so he's gonna document this.
そうだそうだ。西の連中に思い知らせてやれ。
But is he not allowed to?
ろくな絵が撮れね
イエーイ！ボン
What are you doing?
やだやだケチ
Why would you? What? Why would you do that? Isn't it just a toy? To stage the photo.
貧しさの
Wow.
ゴミ箱の残飯を漁るストリートチルドレン
So his stories, they are fake.
秘密警察にチクってやる
富を分け与えず独占するゴーツクバリめ
He's a kid. What wealth does he
お前のよう
have?
な西寄りの思想の持ち主は逆に逮捕されて殺されちまうぞ
Why are you scaring them?
よせ
地下出版のバイヤーをあぶり出すまでは泳がせて
What an awful person. I thought for sure like there was some truth to what he's writing, but all they've shown us so far is that he really is making things up. Is he making everything up? Because I feel like that must be a lie. I'm sure what he's writing has some truth to it. Because obviously a surveillance state isn't going to be perfect. And so like you want to show that to other people like, hey, we still have our problems. But if he's making stuff up, like I know it's probably for your cause, so it's justified in your eyes, but you really shouldn't be.
こいつは笑える気になりそうだ
フランク、
父さん
お前また
Oh, he
危ない仕
knows.
事なんかしてないだろうな。
してねえよあっち行ってろよ
変な正義感出さなきゃ新聞の仕事だって続けられてただろうに。
Oh, he lost his job. That's why he's selling these like underground.
家族が暮らすこの国を良くしようと思って何が悪いんだ
There's nothing wrong with that.
こんなしみったれた暮らしを守るにも金がいるだろうがよ
What's wrong is lying.
金がありゃ母さんだって
But I get it. He feels like he has to earn the money
何でもねえよ
and to make a difference. Yes, he is. Why'd you throw it away?
11日8時36分出勤
What's his work? If he got fired from the paper, what does he do?
自宅や外出先でバイヤーへつながるような怪しい連絡や接触はなかったとなると職場か
Oh, he works at the post office. Oh, well, that's the perfect place to distribute his paper.
ご苦労様ですあジョセフさん俺が運んどきますよ昼休憩先にどうぞ
So this is how he does it.
検
You're
閲
right
を
there.
すり抜けて堂々と送ってたかそいつを送ったらも
Oh, he's not gonna
う
do it.
宴会の余地はないぞ
Oh, he did it. Who is he mailing it to, though?
15日8時2分
仕事行ってくる
Oh no, they're here. He's been caught, and I feel bad for him, despite everything.
ごめん父さんしばらく戻らないかも
Who's gonna take care of his dad now?
フランクリン・パーキンお前が書いたもので間違いないな送り先のバイヤーもすでに捉えた観念しろ
わざわざ外で待ってくれるたお優しい秘密警察もいたもんだ
家族にお前の惨めな姿を見せ
Yeah,
ない
it was a kindness.
勘違いするな
政府と戦った俺と政府の犬のお前どっちが惨めなんだろうな
Yeah, take a good hard look at your government and see what you're standing
家族
for.
を悲しませるようなことはしない絶対に
But it's tough, it's so hard.
父親の生活には多少の支援を申請しといてやる
That's nice.
助かるよ
よーユーリ君
局長殿
Chief.
活躍だってねおじさん嬉しいよ
光栄です
新米にはいろいろしんどい仕事だろうあんまストレスためんなよ
いえ僕この仕事向いてると思います
I think so too.
この勢いで黄昏も捕まえてこの国の治安を守ってみせますよ
Yeah, about that. Good luck.
そうだといいな今度うまい肉でも食わせてやるよ
本当ですか現地取りましたからね
ユーリ、どうしたのこんな遅くに。おじ、
monkey.
ユーリ君。
なんでいるんだロイド・フォージャー。
It's his house.
何かあったのですか？
She can tell.
なんか姉さんの顔見たくなっちゃって。なんだチワワ娘。
Oh my god, Yuri.
お仕事お疲れ様。今お茶入れますね。
Head pats.
ゲップ。あらあら、近所迷惑ですよ、ユーリ。
Bondman. Spy Wars.
俺の名はボンドマン。ここは俺に任せて先に。
Agent M.
いやよ。
She's new.
あなたを失いたくないもの。どこまでもついていくわ。ボンドマン好きよ。ボンドマン。
最高にクールでクレバーな俺に。
Of course.
好き者だ。
私はあなたの国とは敵対関係のスパイ。邪魔をするなら容赦しないわ。
くだらないな。俺たちは同じ星の上に暮らす同じ種族なのに国境線一つでいがみ合うなんて。
Right?
そう思うならこの紛争を止めてみなさいよ。
平和条約はなされた。
Okay, that was fast.
壁は何もない。
すごいわボンドマン。一生
What about Agent M?
に取りつかれているの。お願い止めて、ボンドマン。
もちろんだともジーナ。
ありがとう、ボンドマン。
God.
パパが目覚めたらあなたを紹介したいわ。
What?
ジーナ、復讐なんて虚しいだけさ。
Just talks her down.
忘れさせてやる。
Oh, he's just collecting girls. His own harem.
いいからデートしようぜ。
Oh my god.
ボンドマンさん、今月の家賃払ってください。あと近所から。
Oh my god.
いやー、今日も綺麗だね、大家さん。
What is this? Right? I would think they'd get angrier like earlier. I'm going to make every last lady in this world happy. Sorry, sir, you cannot do that all at the same time. Oh my god. Goodbye, Bondman. What was that episode?
なるほど、これがイチャイチャ。
No, no, it is not.
これでベッキーと語り合える。
You can
あ
try.
ーや大人になった。
やめとけ。こいつのどこが紳士の振る舞いなんだ。
And that was Spy Family Season 2, Episode 3. So, something really interesting is that I feel like Season 2 so far has been a bunch of mini stories that aren't really connected. Because I feel like in Season 1, we had the through line of the mission, right? Every single episode had at least something to do with the mission. Maybe one or two, maybe they didn't. But overall, most of the episodes in Season 1, it was all leading towards the mission. It was all leading towards Lloyd meeting Donovan Desmond and completing his mission. Even with Anya, it was her completing her mission, trying to be friends with Damien, trying to get Stella's. In Season 2 so far, I don't see a through line. These all seem like pretty random little mini stories, and I do like them, but I would like to get back to the plot at some point. So I think the story with Yuri was very intriguing because I do believe that the paper this guy was writing probably did have some truth to it, even if he embellished it, even if he created scenarios to take his pictures. I'm sure that some of the things he was talking about are true in this country. But the problem is that you have to report the truth. And I can completely understand why he might have lost his job at the paper if in his actual day-to-day job he wasn't doing that either. And he was really just trying to sell a story. It goes against what being a journalist is, in my opinion. You are supposed to be chronicling the truth of what's really happening in your country and in others. You're supposed to be making sure that the people understand what's going on and are aware, because the government may try to cover it up. It's such a hard situation too, because you are currently in a surveillance state, right? You cannot be publishing these things that make the country look bad. You just can't. You don't have freedom of speech here. And you're trying to push this content out there because you do want to make a change within your own country. So I can 100% understand his point of view here, and I agree with it to a point, but what you're pushing out has to be the truth. And what we were shown of him today, he's not necessarily doing that. He is just trying to make the country look bad. So it's like, he's doing this for a couple of reasons. He wants his country to change, which is absolutely valid, and this is a way to do that. This is a way to reach the masses and make them understand what's really happening. It's also a way to earn money to take care of his dad and himself, but mostly his dad. He lost his job at the paper. He doesn't really seem to have any other means of income. I mean, he's working at the post office, but how much does that really pay if he's struggling to pay rent? So he's in a difficult situation, and I can definitely understand that. What he did, it's not really black and white here. We really are dealing with an intricate issue. And Yuri, being on the side of the government, I feel like he kind of understood that though. Because when he's listening to this man and realizing what he's going through in his life and how his mother died and he's struggling to take care of his father now and he doesn't want to leave him, like, he can relate to that, I think, in a way, because his sister did everything to make sure that he had a great life. He knows his sister went out and did jobs and did stuff she probably didn't want to do in order to give him that life. And so he can recognize a family member trying to do the same. But unfortunately, it conflicts with his job and he has to take this guy down. Yuri did say that he would help get his father like financial aid and stuff. That is such a kind thing to do. And it's definitely not his place to do that. Like, he doesn't have to, but he's going to do that anyway because he recognizes that, you know, this is a person and no one person is good or evil. Like, we all have shades of gray within us. And I'm just glad that Yuri kind of recognized that this situation, it's not as black and white as it might appear, especially to someone who is working for the government. And I do like that this man was like trying to make Yuri question himself too, because you do have to take a good hard look at where you are in life and what you're doing and who you're working for. And you do have to make that choice. If you're working for the government, do you agree with what your government is doing? If the answer is no, it's a really tough position to be put into, because if you decide to stick to your morals and stop supporting your own government, you're going to lose your job. And that's a really tough thing to do, especially in a surveillance state like this one. But just like in real life too, if you decide like your own morals and ethics is more important than getting an income and taking care of your family and putting food on the table, like, that's a hard thing to do. It is doable. People do it every day, but it's a hard choice to make. And a lot of people do choose to stay because it's what they know. It's the status quo. You don't know what's going to happen to you or your family if you decide, I am going to quit this government job and do something else. Like, you might have to take a lower position elsewhere. It might take months or years to get another job, depending. I know the struggle because it took me 8 months after I lost my job to find another one. And that was consistent searching every week. And so I know it's really difficult depending on like what kinds of jobs you're looking for. If I needed to, I could have taken like a job at McDonald's or something while I waited for like my career job to come to me, but I didn't. I stayed unemployed for 8 months and I stayed the path in trying to get back into my career, into my field. But some people don't have that option. And so they need to get a lower paying job in order to stay afloat, which is what this man obviously did. And it's still not enough. And it's still not enough in the real world either. So it's like, I really like that story because you can really relate to that. And I just found it like really interesting for Yuri in particular, because I want to know where we go from here. He's so gung-ho in his mission to protect his country for his sister and to find Twilight. And I'm just wondering, like, when will he realize that maybe that's not the right course? Or maybe he'll never realize it, who knows? But I like that part of the episode. These little mini things at the end here, I wasn't expecting. I thought maybe there'd be one end credit scene, but I was not expecting like so many little short stories at the end tagged onto this. So I'm curious if we're gonna do this every episode now, or if this was just like a special one. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like and subscribe and check out my other shows here on the channel. And with that, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.